Hello and welcome to the third class of this 7 chakra Hatha Yoga series. Today we're going to be moving up from Svadhisthana, the second chakra, up to Manipura, our third chakra. And Manipura in Sanskrit is translated as the city of jewels. So it's this center of transformation within the body. It's the seat of Agni, this fire that we can cultivate through tapas, through discipline, to help us to burn through our karma, to burn through toxins in the body, to keep us healthy, and to ultimately unburden us from that which keeps us stuck or heavy within our lives. So Agni sits right at the diaphragm where the stomach is, and it helps us to transform our food from that raw material of food into nourishment, into nutrients. And also we do the same thing with what we're carrying energetically, what we're carrying karmically. So we're going to work to build the fire within our body today, so it will be a more sweaty class to open us up energetically so that we can transform into the beings that we are becoming. So welcome to this Manipura Chakra class. So welcome. Today we're going to begin by tuning into our Manipura, our solar plexus center. So I'm going to come to invite you to bring one hand to the front and one hand to the back. Keeping your spine tall and your shoulders relaxed. If it feels comfortable for you, you can close the eyes, helping you to draw your awareness in. And start to draw your breath specifically down into this area of Manipura. It's just below where your rib cage meets in the center. And you can start to bring your breath here, just feeling what is here for you today. You could breathe from the front to the back, from the left to the right to the left, breathing into the sides of the body. And as you do this, you start to get a sense of this Manipura Chakra within your body. You could start to use your visual sense to draw in the yellow shimmering light of Manipura, the color of a flame, the color of fire. And start to let this radiate from the front to the back, into the side, starting to cultivate this sense of heat here. Now, whilst the qualities of fire can be devastating, they can ravage entire forests and burn structures to the earth, which is what is sometimes needed for new life to be born anew, to be created. Fire can also be or hold those warm, softer qualities like sitting around a campfire or being under a rug or a duvet, those more cozy qualities. So as you breathe here, just perhaps today allowing that gentle warmth to start to permeate through your diaphragm, through the front, the back, and the sides. So there's this feeling, this sense of coming home to yourself, like you've stepped across the threshold into a warm, cozy home space, which is that home space of your body. This vehicle that houses us for this lifetime. Finding that sense of warmth and coziness here. And we'll come to the bija mantra, the seed mantra, like we've done in the other classes. And for Manipura, this bija mantra is Ram, R-A-M, which is also the name of God. It's a powerful seed mantra to invoke our own empowerment within us to create our reality, to live our lives, our full expression of ourselves. So let's take an inhale to exhale. And then we'll inhale and chant Ram, inhaling. Two more times, feeling the vibration moving through Manipura. Once more. You can exhale and release your hands. Just take a moment to absorb the vibration of the mantra Ram. Keep your awareness tuned in to the solar plexus area. I'm going to invite you to bring your left hand like a cup or like a little teacup tray, if you like. And then you can take your right hand and you're going to place it into your left with the thumb up, so the thumb holds the element of fire, and that fire is rising, and then we're connecting this left hand, that feminine principle, kind of like a chalice, like a bowl, with the male principle, like that Shiva Lingam, that upward energy, that penetrative energy. Hold this in front of Manipura. Tuning into the sensation that perhaps is growing within the solar plexus and circulating through your hands, these subtle body practices of mudra yoga. And we're going to recite the Gayatri mantra here, invoking the qualities of the sun within us and worshipping the qualities of the sun without, invoking our light from the flame that resides in Manipura Chakra. So if you know the mantra, you're welcome to join. I'll go through it slowly and then we'll do it together. So the mantra goes Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. So if you want, you can repeat after me. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Okay, all together. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Salutations to the vivifier, the sun. May we welcome that light from within and from without, to draw it deeper into our practice today, into our bodies and into our lives. Drawing our hands to our heart, bowing our heads to our heart. Anjali Mudra to one another. Namaste. Alright, please draw your arms out. So we're going to come into this ego eradicating mudra. So we're going to fold our fingers into the finger mounds. You can see how I draw my right fingers in and the thumb is up. Again, this fire element is up. We do it on both sides, right and left. We hold our arms about 60 degrees. Now, breath of fire is a little different to Kapalabhati in that we deliberately inhale and exhale, but we're pumping from the diaphragm, from the navel. So it goes like this. You take a full breath in, and then you begin to pump. Exhale all the breath out of your body. Take an inhale. Hold the breath in. Please lift the root lock, Mula Bandha. Please draw Uddiyana Bandha in, this space underneath the diaphragm where Manipura sits, and please gently draw your chin in and the sides of your neck back and hold the breath in, squeezing the root. All the locks are turned on. And then when you're ready, exhale. I'm going to do 2 more rounds. Inhale and begin to pump. Good. Exhale all the way out. Inhale fully and hold. Squeeze the pelvic floor up. Draw the diaphragm in. Chin in, sides of the throat back. And when you're ready, exhale. We'll do 1 more round. Inhale and pump. Good. Last time, inhale. Hold it all in, squeeze, lift. Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha. Hold. And exhale and release. Release your arms. Take a nice full breath. Shake your arms out, shoulders. Well done. We're going to start to warm up the base of the body. So you can come in towards this Sufi grinding. If you're sitting on a block or anything, you can just bring your seat to the floor. It's starting to activate. So it's always in our practice, we want to cultivate a warm, open body with a solid, grounded base. So allowing your Ujjayi breathing to now draw down into the base of the body. So as we go through our practice today, we're going to be working with a lot of twists to wring out the digestion, to flush new energy and release the toxins, to burn up anything that no longer serves us. Good. Inhaling forwards, exhaling back, drawing the navel in. A few more times. And then when you're ready, coming back to center and then switching. Inhaling forwards, exhaling back. When you're ready, make those circles a little smaller. Coming back to center, just tune into that energy as it rises up through the body now. We're activating this Kundalini energy within the spine. Please inhale. Draw your arms up. You're going to turn to your left. You're going to bring your right hand across your left thigh. Palm faces away. Left fingertips behind you. Inhale, let your pelvis tilt forwards. Exhale, draw your navel in, looking over your right shoulder. Allow your gaze to be out the corner of your right eye, and then relax your left and right shoulder away from your ears. So the inhale lifts up through the spine, through the crown of the head, and the exhale draws the belly in. A few more times, please. Inhaling. And exhale. Two more breaths. Inhale. To exhale. And last one. Please inhale back to center. Reach and rise, palms face each other. Exhale over to your right, left hand across right thigh, palm faces away. There's this external rotation of your right shoulder. Left fingertips on the floor behind you. Inhale to lift your heart, and exhale, drawing your navel in. It's a good idea when we're working with Manipura, when we're working on building Agni, to make sure you haven't eaten for a few hours before. And when you're ready, allow your head to come back to center. Release your arms back up, interlace your fingers, lift up, reach up, stretch up, take your gaze up, opening through the throat, the whole front body. And exhale, release your hands down. Good. We'll do a few rolls of the spine to get the spine working on this vertical level. So when you're ready, you can take an inhale, lifting your heart. Exhale, rolling back, draw the navel to the spine. Again, inhale to lift the heart, draw the shoulders back, nice open heart and throat. And exhale, really drawing your lower belly in and your diaphragm as well. Inhaling and exhaling, a few more times. Make this your last round. Full inhale, draw the shoulders back, heart open. Exhale, bring your navel to your spine. Please inhale, roll yourself forward, and we'll come on to all fours. Just taking a little moment to shake the legs out, give them a little bit of a release after sitting for that opening sequence. You can bring your toes to the floor and stretch the heel back. And breathing into the back of the leg. And I'm going to invite you into the first downward facing dog, rooting the fingers, wrapping the elbows, drawing the shoulders back, tucking the toes, and rising yourself up, walking your heels out. Please, after a few rounds of walking out, come and find stillness. You can of course bend your knees as much as you need to. Take your sit bones high, roll the shoulders away from the ears, armpits in, and then maybe you come to straighten the legs a little. And maybe to keep length in your lower back, you're going to keep those knees bent. When you're ready, step your left foot towards the center of the mat. Inhale your right leg up and back. Internally rotate your right thigh. Now as you exhale, draw your navel in, round your spine, really root down through your hands. Hasta Bandha, draw your knee towards your nose. Inhale, taking it back up. Rotate that thigh. Exhale, draw it across to your left upper arm. Draw the navel in. Inhale, rising up, bring it across to your left upper arm. Really root down through your hands and draw your navel in. Again, inhale, taking that right leg up, internally rotating the thigh. One more time, across your body to your left upper arm. Inhale, coming back, this time right upper arm, taking that knee up to your tricep. And then inhale, taking it back. Exhale, knee to tricep, draw your lower ribs in, navel in. Inhale. Take it back, last time, exhale. Bring the knee to the right upper arm and then push back, downward facing dog.
Finding your strength here, rooting down through your first finger and your thumb, externally rotating your shoulders and rooting your sit bones up and away. A slight internal rotation of your thighs. Find length in your spine. Step your right foot to the middle. We'll go through that sequence once again, just doing your best. Remembering, if you're struggling with this, you can always place your right knee on the floor. Inhale up and back, and then draw knee to nose. Your choice. You could do it from downward dog as well. We'll do 3 rounds of each variation. Inhale, left leg up and back, internally rotate that thigh. Knee to nose, lower ribs and navel in. Inhale up and back. Exhale, draw in. One more like this. Exhale, really push through the hands. Hasta Bandha. Good. Inhale, we're going to come across the body, draw the navel in, slight twist. Try and take that knee to your elbow. Inhale up and back, you're doing so well. 2 more. 1 more on this side, this variation. Come across. Good, push it back. Last variation, we're going to come left knee, left tricep. Coming through, pushing through the hands, root the heel away. Again, inhale up, internally rotate the thigh, push through the ball of the foot. Bring to left upper arm. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale, left upper arm. And then push back. Downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the floor. Take your seat to your heels. Forehead to the earth. And bring your hands to the soles of your feet. So we've gone from that very warm, cozy invoking of the fire element in the body to now building that fire, which can be that much more cutting through energy, which sometimes we need just to get through that which is holding us back, to push our limitations. Take another couple of breaths in your child's pose. Let yourself soften. We can work with these different forms of the fire energy as we need to. And then when you're ready, please bring your hands out in front. Roll your toes under. Rise yourself back up. Downward facing dog. Big full inhales all the way to your sit bones. Draw your lower ribs and your navel in. 2 more. Please look between your hands. Step your right foot up in between the hands. The left ball of the foot is on the floor. Root your left heel back, draw your shoulders back, and sunny your heart. Lift your heart here, invoking this sun energy into your body. You can inhale, nice strong navel, rising yourself up. You can either keep your hands facing each other or join the palms of your hands, looking forwards or up towards your thumbs. Breathing here, maybe sitting a little bit deeper. Gently scissor your right heel and your left foot together. Right hip back, left hip forward. And then when you're ready, exhale, bring your hands to your heart. We're going to bring that left elbow over the right thigh. Or alternatively, you're going to bring your left forearm, if it's too far, with your right hand to your right sacrum. Keep your back leg strong, left heel rooting back. Inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. Coming into the twist, draw the navel in. Whichever variation you've taken, you're twisting around the spine. If you've got your hands in prayer, the right hand's gently rolling into the left, the right shoulder's rolling back, and you're scissoring that right hip back, left hip forward, turning the abductor muscles on to find length out through the crown of your head. 1 more breath here, you're doing so well. Exhale, place your hands down. Please step back. Downward facing dog. Finding this steadiness of Muladhara, these 4 corners that we spoke about in that first chakra class, the root chakra, really rooting your hands down, your feet down, lengthening your spine. Find the stability in your breath once again, especially when we're working hard. You know, when it's a fiery, sweaty practice, take this opportunity to recenter yourself before you step your left foot forward and your right toes or ball of the foot to the floor. Root your right heel back, lift your right thigh, roll your shoulders back. Find that sun, that Gayatri, Surya, the Agni within your heart space. And then when you're ready, navel in, Roll yourself up. Draw your arms overhead. Either your palms away and you can look between them, or draw your hands together and look at your thumbs. Reach your right heel back, bend through your left knee into your high lunge. Opening your heart, this is a courageous pose. The heart is open and forwards as we turn heart facing into our lives. This sun, this fire burning through any blockages. Well done. When you're ready, we come down into prayer, this softer energy, and then we bring that right elbow over the left thigh or that right wrist or forearm as you wish. Root your right heel back in space, roll your left hand down into the right, roll your left shoulder back over the right, left shoulder blades toward the back of the heart. Take the back of your heart and the back of the head back in space. Good. Breathe your left lower rib up away from your thigh, gentle twisting, squeezing through the lower belly. One more breath. You ready? Look down. Please place your hands. Step yourself back. Downward facing dog. Find your stability once again. You're doing so well. Stoking that fire of Manipura with your breath. Lighting up this city of jewels. Your ability to create, to move in any direction you wish, that knowing within you. When you're ready, please bend your knees, hop or step yourself to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. You could have your hands at your shins, or you could bring your fingertips to the floor, roll your shoulder blades back, sit bones back. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, root through the feet, roll your spine up. One vertebra at a time. Please come and step your legs and your feet together. Firm your legs, root your feet down like a mountain into the earth. Your shoulders are rolled back, your heart is open, you're here, open, steady, ready to receive. We're going to come into Surya Namaskara B and then continue from there. So as you wish, please bend your knees, sweep your arms, either hands apart or joining your hands, rolling your shoulders away from each other to sit in Utkatasana. Take one more breath here, finding your balance as best as you can, and then exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders down, spine, sit bones back. Exhale, place your hands, step back, the left and then the right. Exhale, lower yourself down. You can come down all the way to the floor if you wish, to rise up into Bhujangasana, Cobra pose, or you could come to Chaturanga and rise into upward facing. Exhale, please push back, downward facing dog. Rooting the hands, sit bones up and back, thighs rolling in, melting your heart. One more breath. Inhale, step your right foot in between your hands, left heel to the floor. Draw your right hip back, your left hip forward, draw your navel in. Bring your arms by your ears, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. This warrior energy, heart open, moving through like a bushfire, cutting through the forest, burning through anything that doesn't serve you in your life. We're making this flame grow now. This is the fierce part of the practice. When you're ready, exhale, keep that intensity and turn out into Warrior 2. Gaze over your middle finger, right knee drawing towards your right big toe, and your back leg super firm here. Full Ujjayi breathing, laser fire focus on your middle right finger. When you're ready, left hand comes forward, placing your hands out, join them together, or bringing your fingertips to the floor if you feel like you need more support for the balance. As you step and you lift your left heel, up to the level of your hip, then maybe bringing your hands to your heart, flying them out like airplane wings, or drawing them in front like an arrow flying through the atmosphere. Flex your left toes towards your shin and breathe. And then exhale, place your hands down, step yourself back, high plank. Again, your choice. You could do supported chaturanga, bringing your knees to the floor and then coming down, or the full variation. Exhale, shoulders don't go below your elbows, and then inhale, lift your thighs, root the tops of your feet to the floor, roll your shoulders back, crown of your head up towards the sky, push down through your hands. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. If you need a child's pose here, you're welcome. Otherwise, staying in downward facing. Okay, if you're in child's, please rise yourself back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot between your hands. Heel of the right foot comes to the floor. Your toes can be turned in about 45 degrees. Heart faces forwards, gently drawing your left hip back, right hip forward to square your pelvis to the short edge of your mat. Navel by your spine, rise yourself up. Hands can be apart, you can look between them. You could join your hands and look at your thumbs, you can look straight ahead. Your choice. Breathing here, finding that focus, finding those warrior or warrior-esque qualities within you to burn away all of that which keeps you heavy, keeps you slow, keeps you stuck, keeps you disempowered, whatever it is you're experiencing in your life. Let this practice help you to transform. When you're ready, keep that intensity, turn out. Virabhadrasana 2. Left heel under left knee moving towards pinky toe side, and you've rolled the weight actively into the outer edge of your right foot. Your laser focus, your drishti is on your middle left finger, and your arms are moving equally away from one another, building the heat, the agni, the fire. When you're ready, right hand comes forward, turn onto the ball of that right foot, finding your balance. Remember, you can come in as supported as you need to. This is your practice. Work with the fire in your own way, whatever you need today. Maybe you need that gentle fireplace hug rather than a whole full-on forest fire today. Bring yourself up if you wish. Vira 3, externally rotating your right hip towards the floor, lifting that right heel, flexing your right toes, and maybe flying like an arrowhead through the cosmos, like a comet streaking across the sky in your warrior 3. When you're ready, exhale, right foot back. Place your hands, step yourself back. Downward facing dog. Remember, child's pose is available always, whenever you need it through your practice. Steady your breath. Find those 4 corners. Don't let the practice carry you away. Get recentered. When you're ready, please step your right foot up in between your hands, and you may want a brick or a block for this next part, so you can grab that and place it next to your mat. Okay, we're going to come to high lunge twist, and we're going to go from there. So when you're ready, navel to spine. You're hugging your right heel and your left toe towards each other. There's that scissoring action, and then you're rising yourself up, and you're drawing your palms to face each other, or together. You can look at your thumbs, your drishti is here. Root your left heel back, left hamstring towards the sky, bend through the right knee. Big full breaths, like we're fanning the flames of Manipura, of the Agni in the stomach. We're breathing it up, getting wider, like we'd open the grate on a fireplace to let more oxygen in, to build that fire up. When you're ready, hands to heart in reverence. Fire destroys structures to the earth. It's very humbling when you want to either left arm over the thigh, right hand to sacrum, or left elbow, right hand on top, rooting that left heel back, turning that right rib up towards the sky. Maybe your gaze goes up to the sky too. Maybe you need to look towards your foot, depending on how your neck is. Now, if you wanted to take this further, take your right hand to your thigh, really take your left elbow over, and this is where your block could come in handy. Maybe your hand comes to the floor, maybe you want to take your hand to the block, and then inhale your right arm up. As you wish, your choice. When you're ready, looking down, bring your hands back, place, step back, downward facing dog. Remember, child's pose is here too. If you want to come back, like you're under that comforter as opposed to standing in the full middle of the flame, you can rest in child's. If you're in child's pose, please draw yourself back up. Downward facing dog. We're going to go to the left side. We're going to step that left foot in between the hands. Ball of the right foot, fingertips on the floor. Lift the heart. Shine your light out into the world. Draw your navel in towards your spine and coming up. Hands shoulder width apart or joining them. Taking your gaze perhaps up to your thumbs in between your hands or looking forwards. Rooting that right heel back. Now breathe. You can even visualize this yellow light growing from the center of Manipura, this city of jewels, taking it up into your heart, through your throat, and out through the crown of your head, so you are literally on fire. Opening up these higher energy centers to receive what you need today. Manipura is the last of the lower chakras before we come to the heart, that meeting space of our heavenly selves and our earthly selves, so we can ignite this fire here now. Let it burn away anything that's restricting you and come over into your variation of the twist to the left. Right forearm or right elbow over. Don't forget about your right heel, root it back, bend through that left knee, roll your left shoulder back, draw your navel in and turn your left ribs up away from your thigh. Remember, you have the option to go further. You could place that left hand to the left thigh. You could draw that right arm over a little more, and you could release your right hand to the block or to the floor, and you could take your left arm up, increasing the twist. Good. Helping the digestion, the elimination, rid your body of any toxins, heavy foods, substances, whatever it is, let it be burnt out today. When you're ready, hands back into prayer, placing them down. Step yourself back, downward facing dog. And then let's all take a very well-deserved child's pose. As we come down, rest the forehead, release the arms. Palms of the hands, the soles of the feet. Release the shoulders. Slow your breath. Well done. Take a few more long, slow breaths here. Rooting your hands, tucking your toes, back into your downward dog. Lifting the hips, rooting the heels, internally rotate those thighs. Step your right foot forward, left foot back, and rise yourself up. I'm gonna be this way so that I can see you, you can see me. Now we're gonna come for Trikonasana, triangle pose, 3-angle pose. And then we're going to come into the Prasarita Trikonasana, which is the revolved, so you know what is coming. Now is a very good time, especially for the revolved, and for triangle pose, to have your block, brick, book. If you have a book, that works too. You can just leave it outside for now, and if you need it, you're welcome to take it. Please make sure your right heel is in line with the arch of the left foot. Your pelvis is facing the long edge of your mat. You're going to gently grip your thigh muscles so they're not just hanging out, they're active, they're reaching up towards your hips. Keeping a slight external rotation through both. Inhale your arms up, level with your shoulders. Exhale here. You can see my legs are engaged so much that my toes want to lift up. They don't have to lift up, it's just a side effect. Inhale, lift and lengthen forward. You're finding as much length on this right underside of the body as you can. Lifting, engaging the legs so that you can get more length and more lift. Good, your right hand is gonna come to maybe your shin, maybe your foot, maybe to your big toe. Your left shoulder is gonna be over the right. Take the back of your heart back in space. So there's this rolling open of the chest. We're not closed down towards the floor. We're very much opening like we were against a wall. And we're breathing here. Don't forget about your leg engagement. You can look up, your drishti can be in your left thumb, or you can look towards your right foot, depending on your neck. See if you can breathe more space between your right lower rib and your right hip. Couple more breaths. Let that breath fan out into the sides of your body, opening you here.
And when you're ready, inhale, rise yourself up. Exhale, release your hands. We're going to come into the prastrita, the revolved triangle pose, revolved triangle pose. So what can be tricky in the revolved is you're trying to turn forwards, but maybe there isn't quite that opening through the front of your left hip. So I invite you to step your left foot in a little bit and give that foot a bit more angle so that you have more options or more of a chance within your body to get your pelvis tilting forwards. And if this still isn't working for you, it's okay to do this. It's okay to do this. Just give it a go, find the angle, and obviously the more you do the pose, the easier it'll get, hopefully. Inhale, arms wide. Engage the thigh muscles, root down through your back heel. Lift your heart, roll your shoulder blades back and down over your rib cage. Inhale. Lengthen over that front leg. So you've got a long spine. And then maybe your left hand comes on top of your foot, outside of your foot. This is where your block might come in. Maybe your left hand comes to your block. And then I encourage you to take your right thumb to the crease of your hip. So if you're not sure what I'm saying there, your right thumb is going to come into the crease and it's going to gently roll that right hip back so that you can start to then twist your right shoulder over your left, keeping your legs nice and strong here. And then maybe inhaling that right hand up and over into your revolved triangle pose. Now as you're here, let your sit bones root back, let the crown of your head reach forward. And breathe those lower ribs, breathe your collarbones forward as you come deeper into the twist with or without the props, as you wish. 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, looking down, you can just swing through to the middle, bend the knees and roll up. It's just softer on your spine, on your hips, etc. Okay, well done. We're going to come to the left side. So remember when I say to bring that thumb to the crease, to roll it back, that thumb's going to come here and you're gently going to help this external rotation of your left thigh in the revolved Trikonasana. Let's come to regular 3-angle pose, Trikonasana. Heel to the middle of the foot. Foot can just be shy of 90. Now, noticing what's going on in that left leg and how when I externally rotate, it brings my hips back, it brings my bum back. The right hip wants to come forward, but we do the same so the pelvis stays open to the side of the mat. Inhale your arms, exhale. Big inhale, finding the length, really engaging through the legs, and then left hand down, right arm up. Remember your drishti can be up or down as you wish. Now please just work on your breath. Don't worry if your hand's to the floor, to your foot, it doesn't matter. Take the back of your heart back in space, trying to line your wrists, your shoulders all over each other. So we have this one straight line from fingertip to fingertip. And we're breathing up into the heart. The back of the neck is long, the crown of the head's extending forwards. Good. When you're ready, inhale, rise up. Feel for yourself, how do you manage to turn your hips forward? And if you need to step in a little bit, please do. Do what you need to do to help your body be easeful within the pose. Okay, hip bones are facing forwards, heart is facing forwards. Take your wings out, roll your shoulder blades down the back of the spine, take a big inhale up into your heart, root through that back heel, lengthen with your heart, big swan dive down. You can take your left thumb to that crease like I was explaining earlier, gently externally rotating that thigh and then finding that space for your hand to the floor, to the foot, to a block as you wish. Take a big inhale, lift your heart, lengthen the crown of the head forward, sit bones back, and then potentially you might just want to bring your left hand onto your sacrum and work from here. Or you might want to take your left hand up to the sky and work here. As you wish. Really squeeze your navel in as you exhale. You can keep a micro bend in your left knee if you need to. Work with your breath.
When you're ready, inhale, look forwards, exhale down, bend your knees, swing yourself to the middle, rise yourself up, and give yourself a good old shake out. Let it go. Well done. This is tough work. You're doing so well. Okay, we're going to come into Prasarta Padottanasana, some twisted variations. So, of course, we're working through all the twists, through the intestines, through the diaphragm, getting it all rinsed out. And please step your feet wide as your mat, or not wide as your mat, but wide on your mat, and your ankles underneath your wrists. Now you can keep your knees a little bent here, because what we really want is we want length through our lower spine, so that as we come forwards, we're not coming forwards like that, but we're coming forwards with a long lumbar spine. So if there's less access through your hamstrings, then take your hamstrings a little more out of the equation by bending your knees. Your toes are slightly in, your heels are slightly out, and you're rolling the weight to the outer edge of the feet so the arches are bright, they're lifted. Please bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, roll those shoulders back, open, courageous heart, come into this pose. And descend as you exhale. As you come to halfway, please release your hands underneath your face. Inhale, up onto your fingertips, draw your shoulders back, sit bones back, and give your bum a little wiggle if you want to. And then exhale, folding down. Take the heels of your hands perhaps back in line with the heels of your heels, or the back of your heels. Release the head and the neck. Shoulder blades are moving down the rib cage, shoulders away from the ears. And remember, you can have a little bend in your knees to find more length in your lower back. And even with your knees bent, you can engage your thigh muscles and your hip, outer hip muscles to help draw the prana up into the length of the spine. When you're ready, inhale, bring your hands back under your face. Please root your right hand into the earth. Inhale, draw your left arm up, your drishti towards your left thumb, or to keep looking at your right. Now immediately, naturally, your right hip is going to roll forwards. Please root your right sit bone back in space, so that as you exhale, you can take the twist from your navel, so that you're really twisting around the line of the spine, and you're not just allowing that right hip to roll, which seems like you're getting further, but you're not really as integral in the twist. A couple more breaths. Breathing from your sit bones, from your tailbone, all the way through to the crown of your head. And when you're ready, please exhale. Left hand down, right arm up, right wrist over right shoulder. Root your left sit bone back in space so the twist can really come more from the navel and up into the thoracic spine, where your rib cage meets the spine. Long breaths, breathing your heart, the crown of your head open and forwards. And when you're ready, exhale down. Please inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take your fingers, peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. For Prasarta Padottanasana, inhale, halfway lift, draw your shoulders back, sit bones back, nice flat back, long neck. And then exhale, roll the weight more into the balls of the feet. Let your elbows come out like a box. Roll your shoulders away from your ears, crown of your head to the sky. Remember, you can have a bend in your knees, but keep engaging through the thigh muscles and the muscles of the outer hips, drawing the crown of your head, just emptying out any superfluous thoughts, anything that's weighing you down. You could see that column of fire perhaps pouring from Manipura through the spine, through the heart, through the throat, through the brain, burning away anything that doesn't serve you, like a giant column of Shiva fire, releasing you of negativity, of anything that is old, that is ready to die, to be let go of. Breathing here. When you're ready, inhale, halfway lift, draw your shoulders back. Exhale, place your hands, heel toe, your feet towards each other until your toes are out and your heels are in. And then you feel like you're in the right space to come into your Malasana, your yogi squat. Remember, if Malasana is very hard for you and the heels are up, you can place a brick or a skinny brick, a book, pillow, as you wish, underneath. Please draw your hands at Agni Sara, at Manipura here. Root your hands together, and if you want to take this further, you can make your hands into fists and draw your knuckles towards each other, rooting your elbows into your knees, rolling your shoulders away and your sit bones towards the sky, breathing. Let your heart lift, tall spine. When you're ready, release your right hand out to the floor. Inhale your left arm up. Try to keep your sit bones rooting down, fingertips on the floor, maybe looking towards your left thumb. Remember, if your neck is not feeling so open or so great today, look down. Now, if you wish to take a bind, you could place your left hand to your right shin, draw your right arm through, internally rotating that right arm around the shin, taking your left arm up to find your bind, and then breathing here, rolling that left arm back behind. Good. Inhale, come back to center. When you're ready, left fingertips out, right fingertips up, navel in, sit bones towards the sky. And if you're wanting to take the bind, please do. Now is your time. Otherwise, breathing here. Well done. When you're ready, back into prayer. Release your hands, lift your hips, walk or heel toe your feet in, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, releasing, roll the weight a little more into the balls of your feet. Please take your hands around the back of your ankles. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, folding, coming to hide the forearms potentially behind the calves. Roll the weight a little more into the balls of your feet. Shoulders away from ears. Release the head and the neck again. Emptying out like this column of fire. Shiva, the destroyer of the world, burning through all our mind stuff, our heavy hearts, all the things we attach to that do not serve our highest potential. Let it burn through. Let it cascade through your body here. And when you're ready, inhale, halfway lift, bend your knees and come down to the floor. Lie yourself down. Take a very well-deserved break, mini break. You can hug your right knee in and give it a little squeeze if you like, and then your left. Any movements that feel good for you here. Maybe you just want to be still for a little moment. In Shavasana. So as we come down, we're going to start to come to bring that heat, the intensity of that fire down a notch. And we have variations to choose from, so we're going to come either into Sati Bandhasana, our bridge pose, very well-known pose, or you have the option of Chakrasana, the full wheel, which again is using this fire to ignite and open the whole body. So your choice. If you're coming into Sati Bandhasana, please place your hands down by the sides, toes slightly in, heels gently out, and then as you rise up, you're making sure that your thighs are staying parallel, they're not splaying, and then you're lifting the heart. You could interlace your hands underneath you and be here. If you're coming into Chakrasana, you can place your hands by your ears, your fingers just gently turn out away from the ears, your elbows remain parallel, and then when you're ready to inhale, lift up onto the top of your head. Draw your shoulder blades down your spine, integrate your shoulders into their sockets, and then on the breath you can inhale and rise. Coming up into your full wheel, opening up every center, every chakra as you breathe here. A few more breaths wherever you are. And then when you're ready, roll yourself down. Let your feet part and gently roll your knees from side to side. Take a little pause here. Feet wide, knees towards each other, palms face up, or rest on your body. We're going to do one more round of Seti Bandhasana or Chakrasana. Your choice. What do you need today? Listen to your body. Is it asking to push past boundaries, to use that cutting through fire to open you more? Or is it time to draw into the embers of your practice and take a more cooling Seti Bandhasana? So, align your feet. Remember, toes in, heels out. Thighs rolling in towards each other, palms face down. And then your choice. Either come to lift your hips, Seti Bandhasana, second round, or I'm going to attempt a second round at Chakrasana. It's not the easiest pose for me, but it's cooling, so do as you feel. When you're ready, take your inhale, lift up onto the top of your head, integrate your shoulder blades down your spine, shoulders into the body, and then when you're ready, take a big breath in. Breathing in. And when you're ready, coming down, feet wide, knees towards each other. Softly windscreen wipering your knees side to side. If there's anything else you feel that you need here in this moment, please do that. As I'm going to invite you into a supine twist, placing the right sole of the foot to the floor, left leg out, just allowing that right knee to come across, and as you do, you can shuffle your left hip under a little more, right shoulder blade to the floor. A few breaths here in this final twist, still working from your navel to empty out, to detoxify your digestion. This is really what the asanas were originally intended for, to keep our bodies healthy, to open our energy bodies so that life force, prana, can flow through us easily, keeping us free from disease. So by honoring the function of our digestion, then you honor your body, and your body can honor you for the purpose of your life. When you're ready, inhale back to center. Just place both the soles of your feet, square your hips once again with your shoulders. Extend your right leg. As you roll your left knee over, you can just shuffle your right hip under more, left arm out to the left. You can take your right hand over your left thigh, and then looking towards your left thumb if you wish, or up towards the ceiling. And when you're ready, inhale back up to center. Soles of the feet on the floor. Just take a little moment, place your hands down, lift your hips, and roll your spine down. Relax your shoulders, take your feet out. It's time for Shavasana. So well done today. You've worked really hard. That was not an easy practice, but so well worth your efforts. Taking your palms out, surrendering yourself to the cosmos, to your divinity, to your destiny, to wherever life wishes to take you, letting this fire burn through your limitations. As you rest in the embers of your practice, you could see yourself gently melting into those embers, surrounded by that warmth, surrounded by the heat of your own body. And as you feel your body sinking into the ashes of the fire beneath you, you could see your front body
like the little sparks of flame that rise out of the embers, gently, softly opening to the infinite possibilities of you. These little embers of every cell, every atom of your body, gently stirring on the wind to rise back towards the cosmos, up towards the very stars that you're made from. Knowing that there really are few limitations to what you can do with your life if you put in the effort, if you light your own fire and you let that light shine up through your heart, through your throat, through your voice, through your words, through your gestures, through the light in your eyes. You can spread your fire out into the world so that people want to come and stand next to you. They want to be in your warmth. And in this way, we build a gentle, loving community with each individual empowered, each individual nurturing themselves and those around them to build a warmer world for each other. And if you wish to stay in Shavasana longer, you can please just press pause on your video and come to close the class when you're ready. If you're ready to gently start stirring out of your Shavasana, then please begin to take a deeper inhale into your body, coming back into this physical body, into your home space. You can start to take deeper breaths. Maybe start to bring movement into the fingers and the toes, into the wrists, the ankles. Just taking your time. And if you feel inclined to stretch your arms overhead, taking a long stretch, reaching our arms up and the toes away, take a big long spinal stretch here. Yawning if you need to, then gently releasing your arms, bending your knees, rolling to the right hand side. And in your own time, please softly come and find the throne of your seat, finding your spine vertical once again, aligning each chakra one on top of the other. As you breathe here, if you're welcome to close the eyes, to draw in that yellow flame of Agni, this flame that sits within the center of the city of jewels, resting in your solar plexus, that space of your gifts, the way you shine, the way you dynamically move through the world. See yourself lit here, alight with flame. You can even picture yourself sitting in the embers of the fire you've created, and your body is now the flame, pure, bright light of your being, ready to bring your service to the world. If you wish, I invite you to find Agni Mudra once again, left hand on the bottom, right fist on top, inner fist, and then taking your fire thumb up to reinforce this visualization, to bring that energy of Agni even deeper into your system. And we remember the mantra, the Gayatri mantra that we invoked, worshipping the sun within and without. So I'll say it through slowly one more time, and you can repeat after me, and then we'll do it a little with the harmonium. So it's Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Sitting in the vibration of this mantra, you can hold this mudra, you can keep yourself invoked in the flames, sitting in the embers of the fire of your practice. It goes. Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tat Savitu Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tat Savitu Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. One more time together. Om Bhurbuva Svaha Tat Savitu Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Releasing Agni Mudra, drawing your hands up between your eyebrows, seeing this flame rising, purifying your mind for pure, clear thoughts, to the lips for pure, truthful, compassionate words, and to the heart for warm, open, compassionate communication. May you bring the gift of your light to this world, bowing your head to your heart, to one another, to our community, to these practices, to our teachers and their teachers, to building a better world, a warmer world, a lighter world. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining this Manipura Hatha Yoga class, and I'll see you for the next session where we move up into Hatha Chakra, the seat of love and of compassion, and as I mentioned earlier, the chakra that unites the upper worlds with these human realms, this 3D world that we live in. Have a beautiful rest of your day, rest of your week. See you next time.